Hello guys, how are you? I hope you're doing great. So today I'm going to show you how do you solve ISDone error on your PC. Many of us are experiencing this error when you're installing your favorite game or your software, isn't it? And you're experiencing errors of ISDone like -1, 2, 3 up to 12. Okay, so I'm going to show you some basic steps and few pointers that you can follow to remove ISDone errors on your PC. Now before I continue, there is another video on my channel that you can follow to solve ISDone error. Now if that method does not solve the error, you can continue to watch this video. Okay? Now, suppose you're installing a game, okay, or your favorite software. Make sure that you're installing the game or software from the hard disk only. I mean internal hard disk only. Okay, if you're trying to install the game from your USB drive connected to your PC or an external hard disk, make sure you don't do that, because if there is a miscommunication between the computer and the plugged in device, there will be an ISDone.dll error appearing on your screen. So make sure it is copied to your internal hard disk. Okay, now there is one more way of looking at it. Sometimes what happens is, when you have copied your files onto your hard disk and you try to install, you still get that error. Okay, it is because your files are not copied 100% to the hard disk. Who is the culprit? Your antivirus or your Windows Defender. Okay, so if you're experiencing ISDone.dll error after copying the file onto your internal hard disk and you try to install and you still get it, just follow my steps to solve the error. Okay, sometimes it will give you, sometimes it will not. Okay, it's not always that it will give you errors. Sometimes if you try to install from a USB drive or an external hard disk, it will install. Sometimes it will not. So it's just your luck. Okay, but suppose if it gives you, just follow my steps to solve the error. Now the first one is, now this game Fit Girl Repack was given to me by my friend because he's experiencing ISDone errors. Okay, so I'm going to show you the ISDone error and I'm going to tell you how do you solve it. But before that, I want to tell you ISDone error that you can experience anytime when you're installing the game or your software. It's a unique error. I have taken the screenshot, which is this one. It is not found any file specified for ISARC extract. Now when you're experiencing this error, it is very easy to solve. Now how do you solve that is, you have to make sure that you have downloaded all the required files. What I mean here is, in case of this game of Fit Girl, you have to download MD5 folder, okay, and you have to download 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, and any one of these video files, 1080p or 2160p. Now if you download neither of this, okay, suppose you miss out 1080p and 2160p, you get this error. Okay, it is not found any specified file for ISARC extract. Okay, so make sure you download all the required files to install your game or software. Okay, now suppose you don't get this error and you get ISDone error from -1 to -12. How do you solve it? Okay, so like I said again, there is another video on my channel which you can follow to solve the error. However, if that does not solve, I will show you how to solve it. Okay, now first thing what you have to do is, you have to find out what kind of error you are experiencing from -1 to 11 to 12. Okay, now in case of -12, I have my video to solve the problem, but if it is something else, I'm going to show you now. So mostly for -1 to -11 it is same, the process is same. Okay, but make sure that you are not installing the game from an external hard drive or a USB drive. Make sure you copy all the files to the internal hard disk. Okay, now you also have to make sure that you have the software that you have used to download the game installed on your PC where you're installing the game. It is important because you have to check the file it was properly downloaded or not. Okay, so in my case it is BitComet, it could be MuTorrent, it could be a download manager, it could be some other software. So make sure that is also available. Okay, now I'm going to show you the ISDone error, how it appears, so you have an idea how do you solve it. So I'm going to start the installation now. Okay, so I'm going to start the installation now. As you can see here, the language is English. You have 1080p downloaded already. Okay, so here if you want to update DirectX you can do it, and if you are so sure that these 3 files are installed on your PC you can uncheck them. But suppose if you are not sure that they are installed, just check them and install it. Okay, there is no problem. So I know that these 3 are installed on my PC, so I just uncheck them and continue to install. Okay, so let it start installing and let's see when ISDone error appears. So let's wait. So it has crossed 1% and it is still installing. Lucky for us, the ISDone error appears in the beginning, so I hope it appears now. Okay, here it is. Now you can see the error code is -11. Okay, it has come at least 2 to 1.9% after installing the game, so it has appeared at 2%. It was 1.9, I suppose. It's at the last moment it touched 2.0. So here you can see that there is ISDone.dll error with a minus code of 11. Okay, so let's see how do we solve it. Okay, so what you have to do here is first you have to click OK, and the installation is automatically going to finish. Okay, so now in order to solve that ISDone error, okay, what you have to do is check your downloaded files. Now this procedure is called hash check in Bitcomet. In MuTorrent it could also be hash check or something else. Okay, so you have to first find out if your software that you have used to download your file offers a hash check on your file. It could be something else called on your software. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to do a hash check one by one on the files that you have downloaded to check they are 100% fully downloaded. Okay, so suppose I choose this one, the smaller one. Okay, so what you have to do here is to solve that error you have to check. Suppose for example I'm selecting this file, just click this. Okay, it's gonna show you 100%. Okay, and now what you have to choose here is manual hash check. Okay, now select it and it's gonna check again, as you can see. So you can see that it is only downloaded 85.7%. It is not downloaded fully. Okay, so when you go into properties and you go here, you see that it is 93.5% downloaded only. It is not downloaded 100%. So what you have to do here is click OK and you have to download this file. You can see that it is 4 MB still left. Okay, so now you download this file. So let's wait until it's fully downloaded. It's gonna take a minute. It's now 2 MB remaining. So now you can see that it is downloaded. Okay, so now once it is downloaded, you have to again check it was downloaded or not. Okay, so I do a manual hash check again. So now you can see that it is 100% downloaded. So sometimes what is going to happen is it will not download again. This time it downloaded 100%, but sometimes you again going to get 73.8 like it was before, and it was not downloaded again. Now you try to scratch your head what happened, why it is not downloading. Okay, so what you have to do here is you have to disable your antivirus totally. you have to close or exit antivirus properly. Okay, shut down your antivirus or your Bitdefender. If you don't have antivirus software, okay, turn off real-time protection in your Windows Defender or your total security. Okay, and then you start downloading the file again, and after downloading, check the progress again, should be 100%. Now you have to follow this procedure on all the downloaded files. I knew it is appearing on third, so I straight away chose third.bin file, and I had to show you how do I solve it. Suppose if you don't know where is the error, you have to choose one by one. Suppose 1, then you have to do it on second, then you have to do it on third, fourth and 5, and this MD5 folder as well. And here you have setup.exe and bin file as well. Okay, and make sure that all are 100%. Okay, so when you are sure that all are 100%, you go here again. Okay, and you run the setup as administrator. Okay, now sometimes in fitgirl setup.exe you have an unlock button here as well. Okay, so make sure you uncheck that unlock check mark against that unlock button. Okay, and then you click OK. Make sure that it is unlocked. I think it's only a button, then a check mark, so make sure you unlock it, and then you try to install it again. So I can see that it is 100% downloaded. I know because I have troubleshooted this file, so to make the video short, I have displayed the steps what exactly you should follow to solve the ISDone error. Okay, so now you can start installing the game again. So let's see if the error appears again. Okay, so I'm gonna start installing the game again. Here it comes. So I'm gonna install it on the same directory, J, and next. Here you can see that either 2160p videos or 1080p videos is mandatory, either both or either one. So make sure that you have downloaded either one. If you don't download neither, okay, you're gonna get that ISARC error. Okay, and language is default English. I have downloaded. Same procedure I had explained earlier. If you want to update your DirectX, you can update it. If you know these files are installed, you can ignore it, but if you don't know, just download it. So I know it is downloaded, so I just click install. So let's see if that comes again. Okay, so now it has starting to install the game. Okay, now here I want to tell you one important point. Suppose you're installing the game on D drive. Okay, so suppose if you have 201 GB here, like you see here, this partition has free 201 GB. Now suppose if your game takes 40 GB of space after full installation, okay, you should leave at least 150 GB extra to let the game extract and install the files on that partition drive. Okay, if you have less space, okay, it will also give you an ISDone error. So suppose if I have 100 GB space and I'm installing a 60 GB game, it will not install. It will give you ISDone error along the way if you don't have extra 100 GB free. So you should have at least let's say 60 GB for my game installation, an extra 150 GB free to extract the file and install on the partition drive. So you should have at least 180 GB extra free plus 60 GB to let the game install on that partition drive. Okay, so keep in mind that. So let it install. So let me open the file I have kept. So here. So it's gonna take some time, so I'm gonna pause the video. I'm gonna show the progress in parts. Okay, so we had ISDone error at 2%. Now it has successfully crossed 2% and now at 3.3. So I'm gonna pause the video here and I'm gonna show you in parts progress of installation. So let me pause it. So now the game is 100% installed. Okay, so I'm going to click here finish. Just going to check all the files. So we'll take this time, so I'm going to cancel it. So you can see the game is here. Okay, so this is how you install and solve ISDone error on your PC. Okay, so remember to follow my other video of ISDone error. If that does not solve, you can follow this video. Okay, so remember the process that I have explained here to solve ISDone error. Okay, thank you for watching. Make sure to click like, comment, share and subscribe. Goodbye.